£500 a month feels small. It's less than most people spend on takeaways, subscriptions, and impulse buys combined. But invested consistently, that same amount can quietly turn into 6 figures, then 7. Today we're doing the actual maths, year by year, so you know exactly what this habit builds. Most people in the UK aren't putting away anything close to £500 a month, and that's exactly why they're behind. This isn't about blame, it's about the gap between doing nothing and doing this one consistent thing. Small, boring, repeated action beats big sporadic effort every single time. That's the whole video. Every number from here on assumes a 7% average yearly return, a reasonable long-term illustration for a diversified investment portfolio, not a promise. Capital is at risk, and markets move up and down. What compounding does is let your growth generate its own growth, so the later years matter far more than the early ones. That's the entire trick. After 10 years of £500 a month, you've contributed £60,000 of your own money. At 7% growth, illustrative only, that becomes roughly £86,000. £26,000 of that is growth you didn't have to lift a finger for. This is the slow, unglamorous part where most people quit. Keep going another 10 years, and your contributions total £120,000. The pot itself is now around £260,000, illustrative at 7%. Growth has overtaken your own contributions. This is the point where the maths stops feeling fair in your favour. 30 years in, you've contributed £180,000 across 3 decades. The illustrative total sits near £610,000. That means growth alone has added over £400,000 on top of what you actually paid in. This is what patience looks like in numbers. Notice the pattern. From year 10 to 20, the pot didn't just double, it roughly tripled. From 20 to 30, it more than doubled again. That's compounding accelerating, not a straight line. The earlier you start, the more of that steep bend you actually get to keep. Push the same £500 a month out further, and at a 7% illustrative return, the £1 million mark arrives around year 36. Someone starting at 25 could realistically cross it in their early 60s, right around typical retirement age. Nothing here is guaranteed. Markets don't move in straight lines, but the direction of travel is clear. None of this works as well, sat in a current account earning nothing. A stocks and shares ISA or a pension lets this growth compound largely free of tax, which matters enormously over 30 years. Annual allowances change, so always check the current figures on gov.uk before you commit. Capital is at risk in both. Values can fall as well as rise. Everything so far assumes one person, one £500 stream. Put 2 people in a household onto this path, and the maths shifts hard, not just in the total, but in how many years it takes to get there. That's exactly what Part 2 breaks down. £500 a month sounds like a lot until you split it into roughly £17 a day. That's one takeaway coffee round, or a couple of subscriptions most people forgot they're paying for. The habit isn't the hard part. Deciding it matters more than the small daily leaks is. 10 years builds a deposit, 20 years builds real freedom money, 30 years builds generational security, all from one repeated monthly habit. In Part 2, we double the household and show exactly how many years that shaves off the millionaire mark. Keep feeding £500 a month into a broad index fund at an assumed 7% a year, and you cross £1 million somewhere in your mid-30s of contributing, not your mid-30s of age. Start at 25, you could be there by your late 50s. Start at 35, you're pushing into your late 60s. This is illustrative maths, not guaranteed, but the pattern holds every time. Every single year you delay is not 1 year lost. It's the most valuable year removed from the whole chain, because it was closest to the finish line's compounding power. Someone starting at 25 and stopping contributions at 35 can still beat someone who starts at 35 and contributes for 30 years straight. Time in the market beats timing the market, and it beats effort too. A household putting in £1,000 a month between 2 people isn't twice as rich in 10 years. It's more than twice as rich, because both ISA allowances are working and neither person is capped by earning alone. 2 people on £500 each reach the same total as one person alone in roughly half the time. Check the current ISA allowance on gov.uk before you plan the exact split. The most common failure isn't picking the wrong fund, it's stopping. A market drop of 20% feels like a reason to pause contributions, but it's actually the moment you're buying units cheaper than anyone who kept calm. Automate the transfer so the decision to invest isn't made by you in a panic, it's made once by your past self. A fund charging 1% a year sounds small until you realize it compounds against you for 30 years, quietly eating tens of thousands of pounds of what could have been yours. Low-cost tracker funds exist for a reason. Check the ongoing charges figure before you commit, not after. A stocks and shares ISA keeps growth and withdrawals free of further tax, which is not a detail, it's the difference between keeping your gains and handing a slice to HMRC. A pension adds tax relief going in, which for many people means an even faster path if the money can stay locked away. Capital at risk always applies. Check current allowances and rules on gov.uk before choosing. Most people spending £500 a month on subscriptions, takeaways and upgrades they don't remember choosing could redirect that exact amount without changing their life in any way they'd notice in 6 months. This isn't about deprivation, it's about finding money that's already leaking and pointing it somewhere it compounds instead of vanishing. If you're 2 people, don't just double the number, coordinate it. Use both ISA allowances, both pension contributions where possible, and treat the household as one long-term project instead of 2 separate financial lives running side by side. That coordination alone can shave years off the timeline without either person earning a penny more. By year 20 of £500 a month at an assumed 7%, more than half of the final total is growth, not money you put in. That ratio flips further in your favor every year you let it run. This is the exact mechanism that turns ordinary monthly amounts into extraordinary outcomes, given enough time. You don't need a perfect plan, a spreadsheet, or a financial advisor to start this. You need one standing order, set for the day after payday, into a low-cost account you won't touch. Every month you delay that single decision is a month permanently removed from the compounding chain. £500 a month, done consistently, builds real wealth over 10, 20 and 30 years, and 2 people doing it together get there meaningfully faster. The number that matters isn't the amount, it's the start date, because time does more work than any market timing ever could. This is education, not personalized advice, and capital is always at risk when investing. If this made the maths click, subscribe to Clear Money UK for more plain English breakdowns of ISAs, pensions and building wealth without the jargon. New videos land every week, built to help you make one better decision at a time.